started in kindergarten. So I'm a Lincoln Public School. I am truly the ultimate Lincoln Public School rah-rah girl. Started in kindergarten at Prescott, went to Sheridan, Irving, Southeast, graduated from Southeast. And then I had the great fortune of actually starting at Arnold back in 1978. I had the good fortune of starting my first master's in behavioral disorders. And so when Norwood Park opened their first BD classroom, I was able to create that and work with the staff on developing inclusion activities and just including kids of all abilities. I was at a gathering where I was actually doing a lot of preaching, and what I call preaching, about inclusion, and I had a general ed teacher come up to me after that and said, Lynn, that's all good and fine, but you have no idea what it's like to be back in that general classroom with those kids. And I looked at her and I said, it has been a while. It has been a while. So Belmont was opening up a third grade team leader position, and I applied and had the good fortune with the assumption and the approval of the principal to have all the BD kids in my room. And I went back to general ed classroom with third graders. So he said, you do that. You're the Title I family liaison. And I said, what is that? And what happened was that really was me. And so then for 3-4 years I was able to do that, and bringing parents in and partnering with them, working with the student assistance team, making sure that parents were always there, having a voice with their children and with their children's programming. The favorite moments are when I would be able to have those darling kids, and maybe not so darling at times, but that need of recognizing that every minute, every moment that I'm with them, I can make an impact. And if I don't, then I'm being neglectful. So that was a real pressure situation, but also just marvelous. And probably one of the things that I loved watching kids just kind of bloom, and especially in third grade. They're, of course, readers, but the comprehension is maybe not as strong. And so when they're actually reading, and all of a sudden the light bulb comes on, and the comprehension is there, and they really get some inferential type of knowledge, it's like, oh, wow, that's so exciting. So there's just so many. When Belmont became an ELL school, and as a school, we were scared. We were so scared. What are we going to do with those kids that can't speak? We won't be able to communicate with them. And I remember Javier coming into my classroom, and Javier's mom right behind him. And I'm going, oh, here we go. And what did Javier do? But Javier came up and hugged me. I'm going, oh, this is going to be just fine. This is going to work out just well. Very, very slick. So from that point on, Javier's mom was in my classroom. At that time, I didn't know what it was called, but it's actually called pack time now. But Javier's mom would come into my classroom and sit with Javier and learn right along with Javier. And so here I had an adult learner learning, spending her time, knowing full well that she had plenty of things to do at home, but she wanted to learn English so badly. And so that was just my setup for family literacy. Watching Javier and his mom, and Javier loving it that she was there, and me, of course, putting her to work when I possibly could, but also her learning right along with the kids. So that was my first inkling of, oh, this is going to be great, but not only great, it'll be fabulous, because this mom wants everything she wants for her child. She's doing it for her kids to be able to learn and understand, but she also wants it for herself and her family. So I never, ever thought I'd get out of the classroom. Never, ever. And I could go back into the classroom tomorrow and be quite content, truly. The flexibility of lunch is kind of nice. And being able to go to the bathroom whenever I wanted is very, very nice. But no, I love the classroom, and I think that's why I can do what I do, because I know how hard the teachers work. I am so overwhelmed with how principals dedicate their lives to their schools. I had truly no idea we had such outstanding, dedicated, overworked principals in my life until I came to this position. And they will do everything for those kids and for those parents and for their staff members. They're amazing. I think the final word is to be kind to one another. Open up your heart to the person next to you, and it's amazing how you will be blessed in return.